All right. Well, welcome. It is the Q2 strategy call. I am grateful and glad that you guys decided to come or press play tonight for this Q2 session. I can't believe it is Q2. Like, cannot believe it's Q2. So I'm excited to get started. Really, what tonight is about you. It's really not about me. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about your vision, your goals, your strategies. I may do some live coaching, however God leads me, but I'm going to take the next hour really to just kind of go into creating a plan for our next quarter. We were on our last call. Someone asked about what is quarter two? And so this happens in the month of April and June, where we are taking the next 90 days and we are setting goals. I think we pretty much have the goals. I think it's all about execution today. I think tonight is more so about really looking at what we have and executing. And so I'm excited to get started. Welcome again for those of you who are just joining. I'm excited. If you have a good friend that you would like to invite to this call, send them the Zoom link. I am grateful to be able to chat with anybody who wants to get on. So send them a Zoom link. I'm going to try to get us off by 7. We're gonna really focus on an hour on tonight. So I'm not gonna do a lot of talking. I'm glad that again that you out guys are here. And so I think for the most part, Q1 was about clarity. If you've been, rocking with me for a while, I think Q1 was more so about clarity, writing out our plan. Writing out the things that we want to do, hearing the voice of God, making sure that we are in straight alignment with what He's saying. And Q2 is all about execution and getting results. So, one of the reasons why I created this community is because I believe in community. And I believe that when people come to the table, come to a call, come to a room, that we can all glean from one another. You guys can share things with me and vice versa. I think that we bring things to the table, we bring different perspectives. And so, hopefully, by tonight, we'll be able to leave here with a clear cut strategy for Q2. So I'm excited about what God is going to do in the next few minutes. So I want to ask you guys, this is a talking session. You don't have to be on video. I'm definitely fine with that. And if you want to talk, if you can't come off mute, I'm going to pull the chat up too as well. Like I said, it may be some live coaching. Hey Tisha, I see you. It may be some live coaching that may be happening. I don't know what God is going to do. We're just going to roll with it. That's just how I flow. Let him do what he wants to do. But I want to ask this question. Did you even set goals for Q1? And I'm asking this because I know we have some people who are new here and who haven't been on the journey with us. So did you set goals for this year? Like, do you have business goals? Do you have ministry goals? Do you have fitness goals? Do you have financial goals? Like, did you set those goals for the year? And if you did, you can come off and say yes, or you can drop it in the chat or give me a virtual thumbs up, however you choose to talk on tonight. I am good with that. So, did you set Q1 goals? Hey, Renata. Okay, I see Letitia got her thumbs up. So, the question again, did you guys set Q1 goals? And again, these doesn't have to be in just business, like goals, period. So, I did. I did set some Q1 goals, and usually when I set goals, I set them in all areas, finances, health, spiritual goals, things that I want to do, fitness goals. Oh, Lord, I need to do better. Financial goals. Lord, I need to do better with fitness goals. Let me just be honest, okay? And so, when you set those, I just that's just me. I set goals in every area. And so if you set some goals coming in 2026, give me a thumbs up or something in the chat, or you can come off and actually tell me. Yes, goals set, but never set them quarterly. Oh, well, you are absolutely in the right place. Because we have to look at these goals quarterly. Okay. Um, and I look at it as kind of like assessing where I am. So if it's, let's, for example, if I want to say $5,000, right? That's my goal for the year. Then I'm assessing like, okay, it's Q2, girl. It's 3 months in the year. It's for month four. Where you at? Like, what you doing? So, that would be, yeah. So, yeah, those one of the things God really had me doing is set look at my goals quarterly. I do, but not consistently. Good. I love honesty. Honesty is the best policy. Like, yeah, either you got to be real with yourself. You have to be honest and truthful to yourself and say, yes, I did, but like I said, I set them every year, but there are some goals that I tend to leave, you know, don't look at, like those fitness goals I was telling y'all about. But I set a goal in January, not kept up with it. Uh-huh. Yeah. And that's real. Cause life is always life, and like where it's something that's always coming up. And sometimes we just don't find the time. We set these goals, but we just don't really find the time to actually go back and really like revisit them. And I think revisiting things that you said at the top of the year is good to kind of like check for yourself, like to a check and balance to see if you're really doing what you said that you want to do. So, if you have goals, then that's good. And then if you don't, I would say, what do you want to start? What is it that you're trying to finish this year? What are you trying to do? What is the result you want? What is it that you need to do? Like if saving is something, a financial goal that you need to do, then what is it that that's the goal. The goal is to save. And I'll say put an amount. If you're talking about saving, put an amount that's reasonable to you. If you trying to say I'm gonna save $10,000 and this your first time out the gate trying to save, then you may or may not be able to do that. You may. I'm not gonna knock it. You could probably save it if you're consistent or strategically got a good plan in place, but be realistic with your goals. And I think everything comes from you, like everything in your business, everything through life, everything in your financial goals come from you being like realistic from at the moment. And so, yes, I do tend to lean more towards so business wise, because that's what I do. I coach, on business owners and stuff. But I do understand that there's other things more so than business that we need to also look at. And so I really think that tonight is really just about looking at your goals and really seeing where you are. So the first thing we need to do is assess. Tonight we're assessing. Hey Tabitha, tonight we are assessing, reassessing. Okay, assessing where we are. So if you have a goal, it's time to really like look at it, or look at your goals and assess where you are. Have you been doing what you did? You even do what you said you were gonna do? For me, have you created that workout plan? No. Have you really stuck into, finding time in your day to take that 45 brisk walk? No, I have not. Just being honest. I'm talking about me tonight. I gotta be real with myself. Did you set some financial goals? Did you save like you said you were gonna save? No, I did not. I just being honest. Like, so you got to assess where you are. So start with assessing. So if you have a goal, look at your if you have them in front of you, that will be phenomenal. But if you don't, if you just want to write this down, then I would just say, jot this down, and then in your quiet time, go back and do it. But assess where you are. Did you create a goal in January, and have you stuck to it? Did you do what you said you were gonna do? Like that's a real thing. Look and see where you are. And if you did do something, could you have done better? So assess where you are, assess your goals. Now, if this is related to business, what I'll definitely say, I hope everybody under the sound of my voice, whether you're live or watching the replay, has some type of business goal because we are business owners. So I hope that you have some type of business goal, whether it's to gain new clients, to do marketing better, to make a certain amount of money a month. Like I hope, or either the year, I hope that you have some business goals in mind. Now, for those business goals, I want you to think about letting some people in the room. I want you to think about making sure that your offer is on point. Like if you are in business and you are not making any money, you need to get an offer out. You need to do something ASAP to get some money out. Okay? There's no reason of having a business and you're not really making it doing what you said you're going to do. It's time to really work it. It's time to really work the business. So look at your offer. That's assessing as well. Do you even have an offer? Do you even have an offer? Do you know what you're going to do to help the people? Do you even know how much it's going to be? Right? Like, have y'all thought about that? And again, y'all can come off and talk to me in the chat. That's fine too. I think it's all about being real and being honest tonight. That's the only way we're gonna hit and meet the goals that we want to hit and meet. If we gotta be real with ourselves. You know, I came in this year really just telling God, okay, I'm open to whatever it is that you're going to do. And then I got an opportunity to turn my current project into something that was more credited. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to flow with it. So, okay, you brought this opportunity to me, so let me flow with it. And so, I came in having starting with two clients from now turning two into 13 within the last 3 months. So, like, I've really been working what God has set before me. Good girl, listen to me. It wasn't easy. But I just really opened the door to what God was saying. Like I really just kind of walked through it, not really having all the details, but he put it before me. So I just started kind of like going with it. And, it wasn't on my calendar, it wasn't on my radar, really wasn't on my list of to do things. But once it opened for me, I just, walk through it. And so I really believe like if we really assess and see where we are and then just do the work, we will really get the result that we want. So I think the first thing is assessing your goals. And if you don't have any, then you need to write down some. Again, for those of you who are just joining, I would say write down a goal in every area of your life: relationship, business, health, wealth, spirituality, um, financial, all of that kind of stuff. Like have a goal set for anything. But I'm gonna focus this on really business mindset, even though I'm talking about all things, but I'm really focusing this on business, okay? So raise your hand if you have an offer, something that you can sell, uh something that you are currently doing or selling. Who has an offer? Tabitha has an offer. Tabitha, can you chat in the write in the chat what your offer is? Uh,
I can come off of mute. It's
okay,
easier for me to.
okay, cool
I
beans.
guess I would say this is an offer. I offer tutoring services, and so each session has a different. Each session costs a specific amount, whether it's a session or an initial consultation. So I would assume that would be
Your
an
offer.
offer.
Yep,
Yes.
yep. So, we're gonna talk about pricing in a little bit. So yours is offer for to service clients with tutoring. I'm wondering, Tony J, do you, because you are a realtor, so what would your offer be? Is
So
she
my offer is I pretty much I help anyone buy or sell a house, but my niche that I like to hone in on is first time home buyers. So I offer free buyer consultations for my first time home buyers, and I give them a nice first time home buyer packet that has all the bells and whistles in it. And that has been working for me
that's good.
because most realtors don't do that. So that's what sets me apart from a lot of these other average real estate professionals
Mhm.
because I actually sit down, I educate them. I meet clients at Panera Bread, Tzatziki's, they come to my office in Hoover, and they
Yes,
really appreciate the breakdown of me explaining everything. And they love that packet that I give them that has terminology in it. It has a
yeah,
roadmap in it. So that's what's been
yeah.
working for me.
That's good. And you said that was a free?
Yep, I offer free buyer consultations.
And
So just to give
does
them
that
all the information.
currently convert when you do free?
Oh
Does that
yes,
com
definitely,
That's what I
definitely,
want to know.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. And I always tell people it's never too early to have your free buyer consultation. I have people that think they ready to buy a house, but when they sit down with me, they're like, "Oh, Tony, I need about 6 more months. I gotta save some more money." And I'm building that relationship with them.
Yep. So good. And that's what I like different business owners on and from different sectors so you can see because I offer free things as well. Sometimes, and I guess I need to reference this because my business is multifaceted. So a lot of y'all know I do work with kids, but I still do like y'all, I do coach, but I do offer like free things to people that converts them to a paying client. And if you don't have something free, you need to get something free that will convert them. Like I love Tony J said she'll meet them at Panera Bread and give them a home buyers packet. That packet may have all the things in there. That's a free thing, but she's building a relationship. She's getting their email and their contact information. So when she does do different things, she can invite them to whatever it is that she's doing. And that's awesome. And sometimes you may need to start there. You may need to start with offering them something free, especially if you're kind of new, because that free offer, that 15-minute sit down, 10-minute, 15, 30-minute phone call can turn into something much bigger than what you thought. So a free offer is still an offer that's going to convert. So amazing, amazing. Renata, do you offer what is your offer, Renata? Or are you currently reworking that?
Currently reworking that. So I'm trying to figure out. I really have two things going on. So I have an Etsy shop and I have. I don't know why you look like that. I
Etsy?
have. I have an Etsy shop, yes. And photography. So right now I'm trying to decide. I'm thinking my for photography it's going to be headshot minis, but I'm still trying to settle on that. And then I just need to figure out what I want to do for this Etsy shop. So it's
Would love
printables.
would love to know more about the Etsy shop. This is my
Um,
first time hearing that.
yeah, actually I've had it for a while. I just don't ever talk about it. I have an Instagram account for it that I don't ever promote. And so it's called Ektaktos, which is Greek for extraordinary. And so uh,
Renata.
don't kill me.
Because you know I'm about to get you. Like, wait a minute. Why you sitting on all this stuff? Why I don't know nothing about this?
I look at Letitia, she's just loving it.
Like, what?
Yeah, so I originally started it back in 2021, honestly. And I was doing the printables, and I wanted to print like scriptures and quotes and like printable scriptures, printable quotes, things like that. And when AI got bigger, I started creating like stickers, and so and like digital clip art. Yeah.
Drop the link, dear. Oh my gosh. See, okay. Yeah, you are not gonna talk offline.
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am. Okay, so reworking your offer. Okay, so you have two things going, and I think um you're so solid in your photography. I think if you put something out there to probably pick up like that, you may have to put a little bit more skin in the game with your Etsy shop because it's new. So you got to build up that audience and momentum on it. So um you need to get on that though. Get on that. Okay. So Tabitha, yes. So chatting a bit, that's like a uh consultation. So yes, it's free. So when they call you and tell you like, hey, my child is, having, trouble with this, that'll be more so like your free offer. Hmm. Um, yes. So, okay. So we do have some goals. We do have some things that you're welcome. We do have some things that we need to look in. And so now I'm going to ask you, do you think you're charging enough? Letitia, wait, did I tell you give me your offer? No. Did you tell me your offer?
No, I don't have one. I
Yes, you
didn't.
do.
I'm be honest. I didn't think that far, because I haven't like officially started. So I didn't think that far into.
Okay. So you do actually. Isn't it a consultation?
Well, I didn't think I should be doing all that since I haven't started anything.
Well, you're planning it out.
Mm.
So yeah. Yeah, we should be talking about it. Yeah. So wait, so if I can remember, was it a consultation and then a was it coaching or consulting?
A little bit of both, I believe,
Okay. So the initial thing is to get them
to get
talking
the
to you.
information.
So that's your
That was the
consultation.
consultation to get their financial information, just all of their incomes, all of their debts, all of their banks accounts, statements. That was the assessment, to have the chat to see where they were.
Okay. So yeah, that would be so like something like your consultation. And I'm kind of like on the fence because you got a lot of little work you got to do within that. So it may be, and we gonna have to talk too. Okay, so yep, y'all got your offer. So are y'all charging? So with Tisha just coming off, that's kind of where I'm at with her. Like, okay, because of everything that she's doing in that initial conversation, it may need to be, you talking first and then to do a review of everything that you're gonna do may need to be a price. I'm not in that lane, so y'all have to educate me on the financial part, but that's what it was saying because that do take a lot of work. It take time
It
to go
do.
through folks'
It
financial
do.
records and come up with. So yeah, you
So
may
I guess the consultation would be me just talking to them, getting to know more about them and what they need done.
yeah,
Then I
I
go
would
into the
say
service where I start collecting all the information. Would be
yeah,
I got
yeah, because that seemed like a lot to do for free.
it is. It is.
Okay. Yeah, we got so write that down somewhere so you'll have that in your notes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, pen in hand. Okay. Um, so are y'all charging? Like even with the first offer or the second offer, are you charging enough?
That's a great question on whether or not I'm charging enough. Yes, I charge. Maybe I need to do some research because I have had clients to say for what I do, I don't charge enough. So I say, I guess if the clients are telling me I don't charge enough, that means I need to increase. And I think in my mind, I just want to make sure that people are able to afford me. So
And
I did because
that's
I have since I started, I have increased um by $25 since I first started in 2018. And
okay.
so Yeah, but I still don't know if I am charging enough per session.
So what I would say for you to do, and this is what I do, because you and I flow in the same lane. I look at the national average. I don't look at the state.
Okay.
And then whatever the national says, if it's where I think my niche or my people can afford, then I'll go there.
Okay.
But I don't want to lowball myself either. So I have to make sure that what I'm doing is profitable. You get what I mean? Um, and I know like so I don't know about you, but I have 30, 45, 60, and 90-minute sessions. And of course, virtual sessions are always cheaper than in person. And then I do charge a traveling fee, especially if I have to run around Birmingham. So I'm being honest.
Yeah, and
So
I haven't even put that option out there. They either they come to me or it's virtual. Like I don't even travel.
okay.
And that has worked. And that's something I'm gonna have to work on restructuring, and I'll talk with you about that because I have the clientele. I have two, I have extensive clientele to where now I'm at the avenue where I need some assistance.
I got you. I can't wait for our one-on-one. Because we flow in the same line in the tutoring aspect. So I
Yes.
think we got a lot of ideas we can bounce off of each other. So I can't wait to talk to you in your one-on-one. Okay. So yeah, so um definitely looking at charging. So and also look at you. I'll say this too to everybody. Look at the other people who are doing what you're doing in your lane, in your area. Like what are they doing? Like what is their rates? And it's not saying you're copying, but you also are looking at the other market. What will make them come to you versus going to them? And I'm gonna be honest, there is a company that puts up signs in everybody's yard and says $25 an hour for tutoring. And for the life of me, I just cannot see $25 an hour.
No, ma'am. That's where I started in 2018. So, no,
Right.
ma'am. And then for your expertise, you have to look at that also. Yeah. What are you getting for $25 versus a $50 session? What is that person's background? How much training do they have? So I think all of those
Factors in. And you
yes.
are absolutely right.
Yes.
You are absolutely right. So I will also say too, like, look at the people around you and see what they're doing. What are other businesses doing that are financial businesses, and what are they charging? Not to say that your charge has to be the same, less or more, but you can also use that as, an avenue to niche down on where you need to be too, to define it for you and structure it for you. So we gotta price it. We gotta price it without fear. We don't want to lowball ourselves. We don't want to give too, because here's the thing. If you start off giving too much for low amount, when you start increasing them prices, they're gonna be like, wait a minute. Cause she used to do this and she used to do that. And then you gotta go find a whole different ball of people. I know, trust me. I did
So I
that.
have a question. I have a question. So for Miss Tabitha, do you have like a Google business page or anything?
I have a website. I do have a website that has to be updated. I have a Facebook page, but most of my clients, because I have been doing this for since 2018, majority of my clients come word of mouth. Like even if I did not market, the clients are coming from word of mouth.
Okay, because I know, like for me, I really like the Google business page, and like I get a lot of my clients from word of mouth also, and I just encourage them to like write me a review. So like when you put Tony
Oh,
Johnson in Google, I'm all over the internet. So that's what's been working for me. So I would encourage anybody like get a set up a Google business page and
okay.
have your clients write reviews and stuff, not only just on Facebook but on Google as well.
Okay. Thank you for that. Because I am going to, that's a side note. I will be Googling you and contacting you.
Oh yeah, I'm one of the best. Thanks.
I love it. I love it. I love the fact she talked about Google because I actually have one too. And I
Okay.
did a class on it a while back um called Google Me. I gotta find it. I'm trying to find it right now. I'm gonna drop it in the chat so you guys actually
And I want us.
I'm gonna put it in school so y'all can watch it. But it helps you with making your business on Google. And then like Tony J said, once you type the name in or your business in, everything about you populates. And that business populate. But the only thing about it, when I set mine up, the guy who was telling me about it told me to set it up under my name and then go back and so I branded my name versus my business. My business is called I Teach I Coach, but my name Sharisa T is my brand. So that's what I did it up under um for
I
my
did the same thing. I did the same thing. So
okay.
like when you Google Tony John, it's like Tony Johnson hyphen Advanced Realty. So when you put Tony Johnson, Alabama Realtor, all my stuff will come up.
I'll let come up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he told me to do it with my name first, and then once I got enough following and all of that kind of stuff, then I can go and, change it over. But I'm gonna put that. I'm trying to find that video. I'm gonna find that. And yes, that is good. Um, and then and this wasn't what I was going to say, but your presence on social media and all of that does matter as well. So if you're not using the resources and the tools like Facebook, Instagram, Google Business, websites, all of that, if you are not consistently doing some things to get your name out there, you will, let me tell y'all, word of mouth is real good. But guess what? People on Facebook, they're looking for certain people. I'm looking for a realtor. Tag a realtor, and somebody can tag your name or somebody can tag your business page. And if you are very active, that may be your new clientele or the way to get your new customer. So visibility is very important. And so if you have not been visible, I suggest your Q2 strategy is to get visible. Get your offer, get visible, get visible. You need a visibility plan. One post a day will make you more active and show up a little bit more on social media than no post at all or a post every blue moon.
I
I'm
totally
just
agree with that. Like that has helped me also, but it's so time consuming trying to do content and everything. And so I found that I do a lot of reels and stuff and dance, and I'm just silly. So I batch a lot of my content. Like I'll take a day if I know I'm looking halfway decent and stuff. I may go in the room and record maybe 7 or 8 videos, and I just store them in my drafts, and then I
Mhm,
just post them every day,
mhm.
because it is very time consuming, but visibility is definitely good because one of my biggest sales was a $650,000 house in Scottsboro. It was a military family. They found me on
Wow.
Facebook. They told me
Wow.
we want a black realtor for this commission. And that's how they found me.
Wow.
So it works. It works.
All it takes is one, baby. I'm telling you. All it takes is one. Now, it does take a lot, and I agree. Capitalize on the moments when you out and about and tight and right and everything. Capitalize on that, girl. Take pictures, do whatever you need to do, and then post. I don't know. Tony J, quick question. Are you a page on Facebook or are you a your personal page?
I have both. I
Okay,
have both. So if
which
you're
one
going
do
to
you
have a
use?
business, you definitely need a business page on Facebook. And sometimes I cross post on both my personal and my business and everything, but definitely you got to have a business page on Facebook.
Business pages allows you to create posts in the future. So I can go under Meta on my business suite and I can create or post or schedule content for 2 or 3 weeks from now, today. Pictures, quotes, reels, whatever I want to put out there. I pre-schedule them. And so it may look like I'm on Facebook every day, but I'm really not. Like some of that stuff I done posted 2 or 3 weeks ago. So definitely good to make sure that you have your yes,
And I said
Meta.
something real quick.
I'm gonna get you. I saw you. Use Meta Business Suite and later. I don't know what later is, but I would love to know a little bit more about later. Okay, come on, Tisha. I saw you. Come on.
I was just gonna say, y'all, if y'all don't follow Tony's social media is so
Well,
creative.
thank you.
He be on it with these reels and these creativity about these about her business. Y'all gotta follow her. It's very creative. I just wanted to give my kudos to you on that.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And it does take time, but I promise you, once you build it up and you keep that momentum going, it will attract new people. It would attract new people. Okay, she said, yeah, drop your social so she can
I'm about to put the social media stuff in the chat.
so that they can follow you. So getting visible is definitely one thing I think we all need to do, and making sure that we have a good offer. So with just listening, most of our offers are either free, where we are, sharing information with that person, and then that's that first or that free offer. Then that next offer is that tier one offer. Um, which I've talked about a while, for a while, but pricing your offers in tiers, tier one, tier two, tier three, which is that highest one. Tier two is that mid level, and then tier one is that low level offer. So Renata, let me talk with you for a minute because you have hit your photography. So when a client comes to you and wants to get some photo shoots done, your first thing is that free offer where you're talking to kind of get data, or you send them to something, or you get data from them about what they're looking for. And then you said you were offering mini shots.
Yeah, like mini sessions, headshot mini. That's what I'm leaning towards doing is
Hmm.
headshot mini sessions.
Okay. Okay. And when you do the mini sessions, do you take deposits?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Um,
typically be like a $25 deposit.
okay. Okay. And then how long is the mini session?
So maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not long at all. Okay. Okay. How many pictures do they get?
So they usually would get up to 2 images.
Oh, 2 images. Okay. So do you mind sharing the price on it?
No, usually I start I've done it anywhere between 75 to 125. So I've done
Okay.
some different ranges.
Okay. Okay. So yeah,
I
that
have a question. I have a question for Renata.
mm-hmm.
Renata, do you ever do like any like vending events or anything?
Like vendors.
Like vending events, like for example, I do the Birmingham Bridal Show every year. And so for a photographer, I would think that would be something good because people need photography for their wedding, engagement photos, and stuff like that. And so that may be something like down in the future you may want to do. This will be my fourth year doing it, and it's been very beneficial for me just from meeting new leads and people seeing my face all the time and everything. And I mean, it can be a bit pricey, but that's why I said I don't know where you are at in your business right now, but it's definitely a good way to get like leads and stuff.
Yeah, and I might need to do that. I've heard of the bridal show before, and I think at 1 year I was going to attempt to go there, but I didn't have my dates lined up. So
Well, it's
that
May
maybe
17th this year. I'll be there. So come down there and check it out, case it out, whatever. I'm probably gonna be the first booth soon as you walk in. If with the
okay,
most with the most people at the booth. Because my
okay.
booth be lit.
Man, bridals, May 17th. Okay.
Get on
It's
that.
at the BJCC.
Get on that.
Yep.
So
And
vendor event.
yep, I've attended vintage events before because I've had where I've just done like I think like a plain black tablecloth before. And then I had like picture frames and I had like a sample album and I still even have those things. So I've done it before just kind of I think when I was first starting, just not in recent years. But that is a good idea, especially to get myself back in circulation.
Mhm,
Yeah, yeah. So
mhm.
they have all kind of vendors, DJs, photographers, caterers, but I just think that would probably be good because people are trying to get pictures and photos for their wedding and everything.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah. So that again, I think that goes back into getting visible. So if we do not have a visibility plan where we are on these events or not, well, if we're not on these social sites or we're not attending any events, then we need to start at least trying to get ourselves back into that for the in the next 90 days and get ourselves more visible. So that's good. Good, good, good. Tisha, I know you haven't really started anything as of yet, and I think my question would be to you is if you um even if you're not if even if you haven't like legitimately started the business, what are you doing to get yourself prepared for the lunch? Or when do you think you're going to lunch?
Well, my goal is my time frame is supposed to be lunch by July. Um, but I have created a savings plan. I've been doing my research to make sure to see estimatedly how much my LLC is going to cost. From my research, it looked like it's going to cost 200. So I've been putting a little bit to a side. I set a time frame. My goal is to have that paid by the end of at least by the end of May or the middle of May.
Okay.
I'm trying to get that done quickly. So I'm trying to, find little eye spots or things that I can do. Like if something come up, speaking engagement or something where I know I can, you know,
Mm-hmm.
speed that up because I do want to have it lunch and ready to go. Because once I do that, I do want to do like a test run with someone
Mm-hmm.
and everything to get my feet wet to see how it actually gonna go. So when I do lunch, I'm ready to go. I've been looking at schedule calendar things to schedule myself. I've been working on my time because right now I'm realizing that my time I gotta plan more.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been looking at things like that. Trying to get my week and myself together, and also do more training, be more active and involved in things like this as well.
And I
But
would,
but my prayer is to be fully launched.
okay, that's good. And I would say too, like also start thinking about your materials, like things you want to pass out, like business cards. Like Tony J said, she has like a little kit or something that she will give out for free, maybe doing like some think of like your questions that you may want to ask, like get all of those things kind of prepared. And even like pricing, know how much you want to think you would charge for that initial assessment. Like start thinking about those types of things. Those are some of the things you want to have before you actually launch. So when you do start launching and posting and sharing about it, somebody say, girl, okay, how much you'll help me to do this and do this, and you'll have a price set already, and you won't be just kind of like coming off your dome with it. So that will be your, I think, your goal for the next 90 days would be just making sure that you are solid and ready to go with launching for July. Because that'll be going into Q3. So making sure that you're set, like take Q2 to prepare for launching. Get all of your things, business emails, phone numbers, how people gonna call you, where they gonna email you, like maybe wanting to get a website or some type of something that collects emails so you can build up your email list. Even to don't be afraid to start like teasing people with your service. Like create polls and say, what is one thing you could do better in your finances, or something to your niche, and that may pique an interest of who you possibly could pitch your services to. So start, creating like little things like that on the back end. And it's not something that you have to do like I'm saying do it every day, but just start kind of every now and then, just hint, 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 put it out there and just see what people say and what people are doing. And I think that will be something that you would do for getting your Q2 strategy together.
Yes, because it's another service that I realize that I'm pretty good at and that I can offer as a service, which is marketing. Um, because I've helped a friend out with great ideas for as marketing, for as pushing out lunch and things. So I feel like mm, that could be, you
Capitalize
know,
on it.
that could be something I can capitalize. And I did got
Mm-hmm.
feedback from the person that I helped
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And she was like, yeah, for what you told me to do, yeah, I would pay for that. So that is a service that I also want to add. So it's funny that you said the website and everything, because that was something I was going to mention when we do our coaching. Um, because I was like, at my free time at work, I'd be sitting and thinking. So
Yeah, and I love how God highlights, because we sometimes don't understand like the stuff that we do naturally could be the things that we could use in our business that can really bring wealth, you know? And so, your strategic planning or strategizing or consulting, whatever, in that area, create the creative idea area or creative marketing strategies or whatever it is that you want to, name it. You may be doing it just for fun, but it could be something that you could really, really like lean into.
well, because I've been doing the Purpose Small Group, and it came to me one day when I was reading for to prepare for to teach a lesson, and it was like, saying that it's something that you can do easily. And anybody know me, if you ask me for an idea, I can just pop up with ideas. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm sitting on money. So I'm like, I'm sitting on things that not even money, I'm sitting on gifts and talents that, God has given me, that I could be utilized and that I can
Yeah.
add. Um, because I heard somebody was speaking about adding to. You always want to add to. Don't put yourself, if you have one niche, you always want to add to that niche that you do. I don't know if it was Mark Cuban. It was somebody else I heard on the YouTube. But, so that's what I was like, oh, okay. So let me pray about it and start asking.
Okay. And just flow in what he's giving you. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Hey, Erica. We are just talking right now, doing some live coaching. We're just really having a casual conversation. I can kind of sum up what we did very quickly. We talked about our goals. We assessed our goals from the top of the year, like have we really did what we say we were going to do? And then because this is more so in business wise, even though when I talk about goals, I talk about them in a vast range, um, financial, business, health, wealth, all those types of things. But we are really looking into the business sector of things. And so once we assess those goals, we really want to look to see if we know what we're offering and if we have priced it right. And once we realize what we have to offer and we price it right, we also talked about making sure that we are going to be visible. We've talked about that a lot, visibility. And I know that's something you and I have talked about. We brought up about the Google Me business having your business listed on Google. And so I think that's something you and I did a while back when we talked about Google Me with Spectacular. And so we're just kind of like, just talking right now about certain paths and the goals that we have we met those goals, and what's next for Q2, really kind of refining what we want to do for Q2. So I know and you know that your goal for Q2 is visibility. And so we already kind of talk about that. But I would like if you would like to come off and share if you've even had a chance to like assess where you are before you go into this next quarter. And yes, I know we're doing visibility, but maybe God has highlighted some other things for you. So if you want to come off and talk, can feel free to jump on in.
All right. Well, great day, everyone. I have to apologize for coming late. I had somebody call me about this Choose Act right as I was jumping on. But when I tell you, I am so excited about this upcoming quarter. Last quarter, this current quarter that we're in, all the plans I had at the beginning got just blown out the water by the second or third week of January. My whole life changed, everybody. So, not only am I working on visibility, but also being able to actively hear from God because everything, literally, my whole life completely changed from January to now. And so I'm really seeking God for direction. But I tell you one thing about it, and hopefully this encourages everyone. When you're in His will, He will open doors that you could never imagine. I'm still on a high from last Thursday or Wednesday or whatever day it was. I can't even remember because I'm beyond cloud nine. I'm almost whatever one step below heaven is right where I am right now.
Hallelujah.
Because I'm telling you, I have seen God open up doors that I'd never imagined. And the favor that God is aligning, because one of my prayers, my daily prayer is I ask God to help me identify my destiny helpers, but also ask Him to help me to recognize when I can be a destiny helper for someone else as well. And so I know we talked about me having more visibility. And so I know I guess when you start saying stuff about AI, you start getting all these ads. And so on Facebook, I couldn't take it no more. I finally got this system, y'all, and I can't wait to tell y'all about it because I'm trying it out now. But when I tell you, it has already helped me create and schedule my posts for multiple platforms for the next 30 days.
Wow.
And so, but again, like I told y'all, don't trust AI now. Don't trust it. Just use it as a tool. It made all that stuff, but I'm not gonna use it all. But it at least gave me some places to start, because that's where the moral part came in. Because it was doing testimonials, and I hate when it does testimonials. If they're not real testimonials, it was like, oh, you know, my life has changed because I, took Erica AI class. Well, you ain't took my class. So, don't go in there telling folks that your life ain't never been the same because you took my class. Sir, that's called a lie. That's not marketing. That's called a lie. And so, but if it's real people that have taken the class and found it helpful, then, maybe I could reach out to some real people and say, hey, how did you feel? Do you mind sharing your information? So they could give me an idea. That's an outline of how I could do it. But going in and, I want to prove that one. I'm going to delete that one because it's not true. So it gave me a lot of information, but it didn't mean I'm gonna use it all, because it's definitely a tool. But um for me, for what I'm trying to do that's helpful, I needed that motivation, because other platforms told me what to create, but that still didn't solve the problem. I ain't have a problem knowing what to do. I just had a problem sitting down having the time to do it. So it helped solve that problem for me. So I'm gonna give you guys I'm doing a test run right now to see how this thing work out. So, maybe I could share that in our next class as well. Because it might be something you might want to invest in and utilize as well. But I want to be able to give you guys an honest and truthful opinion, and to see in the background, are my numbers going up? Is it really giving me the attention that I want? Is it doing what it's supposed to do before you invest your money? So, but yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. I'm excited. I'm
That's good.
excited. I'm so grateful, y'all, for our coach, Miss Sharissa T, for helping me stay structured, accountable. And even on top, y'all, what we got here, I don't think we realize it, because not only does she know the book knowledge part of it, but she also has the spirit of God. Because she done had to talk me off the ledge, like. So, I mean, nobody talk about that part. You just saw I done gave all these testimonies how good God is, but I ain't even said at the beginning of that week. I was like, I'm done. I'm not
Oh,
doing none of this. I'm gonna go do this, this, this. And she was like, okay, well, you sure you prayed about that? Okay. Well, and I love it. The way that she did it was, it was what I needed. It was what I needed. So we have to make sure we're teachable and coachable, not easily offended, and that we are, yes, with that soft voice. You don't even know you're getting slapped with that soft voice. But I love it because that's the and then some, because there are other business coaches out there. The person I was just helping, he has a whole empowerment business thing too, but I know that who I'm associated with has the discernment and spirit of God attached to it. And so that's extra value. And so I
okay.
will just relinquish the mic after that. But yeah,
Oh,
I'm grateful. I'm very grateful on the day.
well, I am grateful too. Listen, what y'all talking about, y'all do for me, because y'all be getting me together too. Okay, because I had them days as well. And I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, we are here. Like, you know, I, I couldn't have asked for the another group of people. Like, you guys push me, I push y'all. We just be pushing each other together. And God be whooping me sometimes. I have to be quiet. That's why I be like, oh, okay, you what? Okay. I don't know now what he say. Don't I don't know. So I just it's an honor to be able to do this. And I don't do this is a service that I don't like really advertise. if you look on my social media, you be like, what does she do? Because I don't know what she do. You know, I don't advertise these services because I know that 98% of my business is educational. I cannot run from it. But and when I say education, I'm talking about with kids. I can't run from that, but I do know also too that God has called me to push people into their purpose. And so, I it's whoever God sends along the way, so I'm just grateful to do life with y'all. Okay, Erica, you just done came in here and just okay, shift this whole thing. Um So I guess what I would from what I was saying, previously, like you got to get visible. You need a visibility plan. And if you have not started working on getting your business out there, then take the nuggets of what we've talked about. Like Erica is talking about a platform that will post things for you. I don't know if she's talking about, is that what a bot? Is it a bot program? Okay, yep. So she's talking about with the AI bot. I think we have talked about using Meta, and I think Renata mentioned something called Later. I don't know what that is, but can you share, Renata, if you still here? She's still on. What is Later? She may not be in a position.
Yeah. So Later is a app that's similar to Meta Business Suite, but the difference is Meta only works with Facebook and Instagram or Threads. And so Later you can post on LinkedIn, you can post on uh, Facebook, Instagram, pretty much any of the social medias. And so I use, depending on where I'm posting to, then I'll use it between Meta and Later. So it's just another app. I don't know if you've heard of Buffer or Hootsuite.
I heard
Some
of
people have heard of
Hootsuite.
those apps, and it's
Yeah.
similar to that. And
Okay.
so I just like its layout, and it's just more, to me, it's a little bit more user friendly. And looking at the analytics and everything, um, it's just easier for me to use. So I can, cross post at all of them, or I can select one particular one. It even lets you post on Pinterest, and so that's like one of the things. Yes.
Is it free?
So,
Is it free?
so there's a free version. I have the paid version, which I think is like $9 and some change a month. For the one I have, because it does it by how many social media accounts you want to have added to it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, okay. I heard she said a site that a lot of people don't use, and that's LinkedIn. Who use LinkedIn here? I have it, but I don't really use it. Okay, so I see y'all too. That is very a site that we need to get very acquainted with, I think. Um, and there's a lot of business professionals. I think we do need to get on that as well. Yep, so I have to use it for my job. I think a lot of people, uses it for that, but yeah, get connected with that site too. And I may have to try Later, as well. I've never heard of that one before. But I may need to look into that because only thing I use right now is Meta, and she's right, it's only for Instagram and for Facebook. So yes, Erica, I see your hand.
I just had a quick question for Renata. Does that application help create the content, or is it just scheduling the content?
So they've made a lot of updates to it. So you can go in, it'll help you schedule the content and then tell you like the best times to post based on when your audience is on. It can help you write. So it does have a little area now where it has the AI in there. So if you want to rewrite or tell it what to write, then it could do that for you.
Okay, okay. And I got one more question for Renata.
Okay.
Uh, have you considered voiceovers? Because darling, your voice is you sound just like a news anchor. I mean, I'm sitting here feeling like I am getting it straight from world news, not local. World news.
I actually have not. Now, one thing I have considered for social media because I do not like, I think a lot of photographers don't like being in front of the camera. They like being behind it. So I like being behind the camera more. And one thing I thought about was narrating. Um, While Charissa's like, so one thing I did think about is posting something and adding my voice as the narration of it versus just being on camera in front talking. So,
I would buy it any day. I mean, if I had a book that I would love your voice to be my audio book if I had a book. I don't have a book, but
Yes.
your voice is so melodious. I just want to let you know that I used to work at a radio station, and one of the program managers, he kept saying to us, he said, Black women have the most marketable voices. And he made me really start paying attention to voices. And your voice is definitely marketable because if you notice, MC Light had made a song in years, but all her money comes from voiceovers. When they have those big award programs, who voice in the background? And now coming up next, Person of the Year, that's MC Light. A lot of the commercials, her voice. So you have a commodity where, oh, your voice is it, sister. Do it. Do it.
Come on, God, keep dropping them
But you
confirmations
know what?
today.
Also, too, the lady from A Different World, what was her name? Fred, she played Freddie.
I know you
But
talking about,
after
yeah.
A Different World, the
You
bulk
talking
of
about Bree Summer. Bree Summer.
yes, yes. I saw her did a video. She was doing a interview. The bulk of her money came from doing voiceovers and voice characters and bringing out different voices and stuff. She have done so many character voices. Even Regina King has done it too.
Mhm.
Yeah, Bree Summer she was Elmira on Looney Tunes. I'ma
Yep,
love you and hug you and
yep,
kiss you and squeeze
yep,
you.
yep. And then Regina King, she
Wow.
was the little boy on
The Boondocks.
Boondocks.
She did both of them
Wow.
on the
Yeah.
Boondocks. She did both of them.
Oh, she did both of them.
She did both of them on the Boondocks.
Oh
Yep.
wow. See, I did not see. I knew she, and then I mean, she just did it, Johnny on the spot, and Cree did too. She was like she showed her daughters all of the voices that she did. She has done so much.
Look, that
All
might
right,
be something we
Renata.
all need to practice. Wait,
Listen.
About to
we
make
might
me
all have to
me
practice, but
me me
Renata
me
got that
me
anchor
me
voice.
me 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 me
No,
me.
that's right, baby. Yeah, but tap
Yeah.
into these gifts. God, listen. I'm telling y'all, it happens every time. Like God confirms. Like I'm sitting up here like, and then Renata something. Well, yeah, I used to think about it. Confirmation. Woo! Y'all just don't laugh. I'm just being for real. Like God be doing this every time. Erica, you have spruce.
I love Spruce. I love Spruce voice. Let's say that. Because Spruce is not real. I know he's not real. I'm not looking at him to be real. I just like to hear that voice. Okay.
I am not today. Y'all are so silly. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. See, this is why these things are needed. Like you need to be able to get in around people who can help pull that out. And so Renata, I hope you really taking that in, honey. Honey.
I am. There's something that I recorded. I probably recorded it 2 years ago, and I have not, like, my goal was to overlay it on pictures or something. It's inspirational, but that's just confirmation that I just need to put it out.
Do it. 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 Oh, let me know when you do it too.
I
Send it to
will.
tag me, girl.
I will.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, look at that. It's all in the room. Jesus is in the room, Lord. Lord is in the room. She said, put it out, put it out, put it out. Y'all better come on. Encourage the people on today. Put it out. Ah, yes, Lord. Oh my goodness, y'all have made me so happy tonight. Okay, well, um, I think tonight has been amazing. It is 7:15. I think, well, let me ask, let me just open the floor. Um, Questions, comments, um, anything y'all want to ask? Do you know where you're going next? Do you have a strategy for Q2? Like,
I have a question.
yes.
Far as taking all this, should we should how should we approach the goal? Should we approach it in the manner and what I mean is, you know, in my mind, I would think that I need to get all this done in 1 month instead of 3 months. So how could we approach it in the 3 month mindset versus then the 1 month mindset, if that makes sense?
Okay, so I'm gonna talk to because I know what you're trying to do by July, right? So I would say you would look at your goal deadline is July. It could be July 31st or July 1st. I'll say choose which one you want first. Like if you want it at the end of the month or the beginning. And then look at everything that you need to do and then pace yourself. Like get it. Oh, so I know right now you were talking about you were gonna have everything paid by July. Let's say that's the end of July. But what else do you need to do like while you're getting the money to get that paid? Do you know what you're gonna be doing when you launch it? Like are you having like this big lunch party or are you going to, how are you going to come out? How you coming out? What you want to do? you know, is it that you're going to make this grand post and you going to tell everybody? Are you doing a Facebook live or how are you going to do that? So, I think you would need to just look at your goal and never say that you need to do it within 30 days if you're going to say your deadline is in July. You got time, but pace yourself and make a checklist of what you feel like you need to do first, um and then check it off as you go. So it's March 29th. April 29th, you need to be sitting down with yourself and said, okay, what did I do in the last 30 days? Then May 29th, what did I do in the last 60 days? And look at how close you are to finish what it is that you want to do. So no, don't just do it all and try to have it all done in 30 days. Space it out. That's why it's, Q2, 3 months. Give yourself them 90 days. Yeah. But if it's something like you want to have done within those 30 days, like let's say if you okay, I know you already got this, so I'm just throwing some out. I need a logo. Well, in 30 days, I want to have my logo in 30 days. That's something that you can say you're going to do in 30 days. Then once you get the logo, okay, in the next 30 days, I want to have the business cards with the logo on it done. You know what I'm saying? So step it out. That's what I will say. I hope that helps.
It did. It did. It did. It helps me because I know my mindset is I be thinking that I gotta get it all done. And then I overwhelm myself. And then I get so overwhelmed that I don't even start or
Do
do
it.
nothing. So I just wanted because I've been doing a lot of self-discovery this week.
But that's good though. At least you know thyself. So you know what your triggers are. And you know that you're the person like, oh, I gotta get all this done. So I'm gonna try to get it done in 30 days when it's like, no, you got my goal, my deadline is in July. Whether it's July 1st or July 31st, it's in July. So why am I trying to have it all done by April? When I got a good 3 months to
And
work
you
it out.
would think I'd be used to it because that's how we do. We have what is called our quarter scorecard, which is our quarter bonus. And it's based upon the quarters. And you would think I would be used to doing that. But
Yeah.
for myself, I always feel like I gotta overdo it and I gotta finish. And then I get so overwhelmed to where I don't even start and do nothing,
Hmm.
you know.
I like that analogy. Like make a scorecard, like a scorecard for your business, like what you want to do in this quarter, and like check it off. And that would be good for shoot, me too. For anybody, that's some type of strategy that you can use to keep yourself on track. But no, don't overwhelm yourself.
Thank you.
Don't. Good question. Anybody else? Like I'm curious with Tony. You still here?
Yep, I'm still here.
I'm curious to know, because your business is a little different, with you, and I don't know if this would kind of help relate with you. I guess, like if your goal was to like get 5 clients within the next, in 90 days or whatever like that. Do you have like a strategy set up for that, or is that something like for your goals, or do you mind sharing like in business? Because your business is a little bit different than ours.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm interested in seeing.
So like with me, as far as like getting clients, with me, it's all about the follow up. So I make sure I follow up with people. I keep good notes in my phone. Um, One thing that works for me, um, y'all probably receive. I send out text messages for the holidays and stuff,
Do.
and so that lets people know, like, oh yeah, Tony the realtor. So when they ready to buy a house, they like, Tony, the one that sent me all these messages and stuff on my birthday and on, Valentine's Day and stuff like that. So, in my business, is all about the follow up because a lot of people
Follow.
don't follow up. So if
Yeah,
you tell me, I'm working on, my credit, I should be ready in 6 months. I put it on my calendar to follow up with you in 6 months.
that's good.
So so I don't pressure people, but I'm your cheerleader and I hold people
Yeah,
accountable. And so they appreciate me calling them, checking in with them. How's everything going?
yeah.
It's 6 months and just to kind of stay in touch with them.
Yeah, so yours will be I want to say marketing kind of, but also like relationship building more so nurturing
Yeah,
that relationship.
it's really important to build relationships and stuff.
Yeah,
And so, you know, um, honestly, the goal is to make it to the closing table because I got a bunch of clients, but can we make it to the closing table?
that part. Got you.
So and just I specialize in first time home buyers. So a lot of my clients they have the credit issues and stuff. So, you know, and when you mentioned something about giving something out for free or like I have this one client to get her credit repaired, it was like $600. She was like, Tony, I really can't afford $600. I was like, well, how much can you afford? She said 400. I paid the other $200 for her. And she was like, Tony, no one has ever done this for me. And like she checks in with me, because when she ready to buy a house, who you think she gonna
She
call?
gonna call as you because you were able to meet a need for her. Girl, that's so
Right.
good. That'll preach all by itself.
So I don't get a lot of stuff because I feel like I get rewarded. I get it back. I didn't
Yeah.
pay, I didn't paid off credit card for people before and everything just to try to help them. People done cried to me like Tony, no one has ever done this. And because I feel like you gotta give a little to get a little. And so, some people be like, oh, you better than me. I ain't paying for nothing. I ain't doing that. But I
And
want to
that's
help people.
right.
I'm more so into helping people. I mean, I appreciate the business. I want to get paid, yeah. But at the end of the day, I want to help people. People who thought they could never buy a house before and now they closing on their first home. That's
Come
rewarding to me.
on. Come on. And that will get you more clients than you ever know because when you show people that you care about them and that you want the
Yep.
best for them, and that goes even with me, like when I get a scholar, like I love on them babies. I don't have kids, but I love on them kids like they my own. Like love on them. And it makes them want to come back because you're nurturing them and you're building that relationship. And a lot of times it really isn't that they are struggling. They just didn't have that confidence. They just needed to be around somebody who can help boost their confidence. And I think if you meet those immediate needs, you will never be broke a day in your life because you are meeting the needs of others. So I like that. Tony J, you're gonna have to yeah, see now. See, I see something else in the future. I had already told you it was something else I want you to talk about in the future before everybody else got on here. Now I see something else, ma'am. You got a strategy that some people need to know about. Some people need to hear your how you meet needs of people and
Yeah, you
how
just
that
gotta, you can't be selfish. Like you want to
right.
give, and sometimes you gotta give a little to get a little.
Yeah,
And I had some people say I'm crazy for doing some of the things that I do, but it's been rewarding for me. It's
yeah,
kind of like when they say like give your tithes at church, you're gonna get it back. So you helping someone, I'm gonna get it back, and it's been working for me. So I'm not gonna stop. Because at the
yeah.
end of the day, it's about my reputation. I want to help people. When people talk positive about me, that's how my business is really built, on word of mouth, because it's so many different real estate professionals in Birmingham. Every time you turn around, my cousin is a realtor, my sister a realtor, my brother a realtor. But what sets Tony J separate from everybody else?
What's your secret sauce? What's your flavor? I
Yep.
love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Tony J, you just get ready, girl. Just get ready. I got something in the work for you.
Okay.
Got something in the work for you. This is so good, y'all. But that is so true. Like being a business owner, I have had to offer a lot of free things to people. I have had to, take hits and move some things around, but it is so rewarding. And God has never allowed me to miss a meal, you know, and keep on blessing me. And I think once we understand the importance of, sowing and giving a little to get what you want in return, I think we will be better off as, business owners, as leaders, as professionals, as people in general. You sow what you reap. So if you sow kindness and grace and mercy, you gonna get that back. So it's a principle. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else got any questions? Let me check the chat. Time more than money. Yes, you got to get your time and talent. A lot of times, even like with coaching, even, and I'll say this, like, yes, I do coach, but there are times when I like people call me and I just listen. They just asking me, just talking to me and what should I do? That's coaching and mentoring too, whether I'm on, it's a appointment on the book or not. You get what I mean? So we have to just be able to be a little bit flexible with what we're offering. And I'm not saying you got to give everything out. Don't give everything away. But be okay with giving a little bit out because God's gonna pour that back into you. Um, he'll pour that back into you. Y'all see her? I cannot.
Letitia, is that your strategy? For Q2 to go on the road trip. I
A
got
long
you.
Listen,
car ride.
listen. I get Sharisa in that car. I got him. Listen. I get in that car and I be like, listen. So I was thinking about this right here.
And I just be like, yeah.
And then she go with her flow. Listen, and I be like,
It
oh,
just
okay, yeah.
it be going.
And then sometimes I don't even say nothing, and she still
Be talking about it. I know.
be talking about something. I be like, not today.
Just me. Oh, I'll bring it
I
up.
love it. I love it.
That's just me.
Especially with this business, she ain't leave me alone about it. So
Nope. Should know you should have never told
I know
me.
that's right. If you don't want it to happen, Teresa, that's all I'm gonna say.
You shouldn't have never told me. Yes, God.
Listen, I'm doing empowerment prayer because this girl over here told me. I just said, this is what I was thinking.
Do it.
He created me a whole Facebook page.
So did. Let's go. Let's go. Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
speaking of May the 2nd, Empowerment Prayer Ministry will be hosting our Mother's Day chat. It will be live. This time, normally we do it online, live stream, but this time it's going to be live in person. And we're going to have, it's not just for mothers, it's for women, period. We're going to have resource vendors there. So just come out. It's going to be a free event at the Homewood Library. Registration, we'll start launching that registration and marketing the second week in April or right after Easter.
Yes, yes, yes. And I have I put it in our trying to see. I created a little folder that has the events and stuff in it. So I put your flyer in that folder. I may have to reshare it or find some kind of way to put it in the community so people can see it. It is in a Google folder, but I sent it a while back. I think I sent it like after the round table, maybe. Um, but
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I'm excited about what God has done tonight, and I believe that well my question was, do you feel like you have something that you need to be working on? Because if you don't, then I don't want you to leave off this call before you do. Do you feel like you have like at least a strategy or something that you should be working on for Q2? Something in mind. Renata, what about you? I'm trying to check the chat.
Um, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay, do you feel, yes, ma'am. Do you feel like you have a strategy or something that you could be working on for Q2? You feel like you know what you're going into next month, knowing what you got to do.
Yes, because as we were talking, I was jotting down, and I had it separated between personal, business, financial, um, spiritual, and relational goals. And so I just jotted down like two or three things within those that I felt would be doable for this next quarter.
Awesome. Okay. So let's come back in a month. Let's see where everybody at. Because we really start on the first. So let's see where everybody's at. Last Sunday in April, which I think should be a good Sunday. But let's come back and check in. And let's see where everybody is. So take these 30 days like seriously. Use some of these resources that have been put out there. And then I'm still trying to find my Google Me Business video. I know I got it. I know I did it. It's been a while, but I'm gonna find that. And if you are not on Google, then I would like for you to get on Google within the next 30 days. Get that signed up. I think that will be a blessing to you and your business and start getting people, your old clients. Hey, I did a service for you. Can you go and write a review? you know, on my Google business and let them do that. And, have those links. One thing I also tell you to have all those links somewhere in your phone that's easily accessible, like have all of your links to your pages, your business card, if you have a digital card or website. I know Tisha, you're working on all those things, but once those some of those things you can start doing now before you get the website and everything. But have a list of things in your phone so when people text you or they call, you can easily find it and send it out. We're gonna work smarter, not harder, and we're gonna use these tools and these resources out here to get the results that we want. So I'm praying that you start this Q2 strong. You end this Q1 on a note of, you're reevaluating, or reassessing, and looking at what God has done within the last 3 months, and get yourselves in position for what He's getting ready to do for the next three. Because you won't be where you was at the beginning. You'll look back and be like, "Oh Lord." And some of y'all, He gonna take faster than what y'all thought. And so you just have to just trust his pace and His timing. I think God is really in a season of putting us in where we need to be at this moment, because there's somebody waiting on us to step up and rise up and be in our authentic self, to be who He's called us to be, so that we can help them along the way. But He's waiting on us to get in position. So one of the things I've been telling God is, position me, Jesus. Put me in alignment. I listen. I surrender. Just whatever you want to do, I'm going to flow with whatever you're doing in this season. And so I hope that is your prayer as well. Um, okay, any more questions? Anything else before we end on tonight, y'all? Nope. Well, I thank y'all so much for being here. I thank you for taking the time out to come to this call. I pray something that has been said, or something that has been shared in this space is something that will help you grow, something that and I'm gonna put this up on our YouTube, on the YouTube channel, so you'll have the replay if you need to go back and listen or whatever. But my prayer is that whatever God has allowed me to do, that it is something that's beneficial. I never want it to be a time that's wasted. I don't want you to feel like you're wasting your time here. I want you to leave with something tangible that you're able to do to get into your next. So, Father God, we just thank you for this time. I thank you for every person who's under the sound of my voice, or maybe listening to this replay, God. We thank you for what you've done in Q1, and we are so excited about what you're getting ready to do in Q2. So, Father, we give you our plans, and we say, Lord God, you have your way, your will, your way be done in Jesus' name. Thank you in advance for how you're keeping us. May we have sweet sleep and sweet rest on tonight. And may you forever, Lord God, get the glory. May you forever get the praise. May you forever, Lord God, get the worship, glory, and honor that is due your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen. 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 I love y'all. I appreciate you guys too. Y'all have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your night, y'all. Bye.